And welcome back to WCCF Tech, guys. This is Keith again, and today we're going to have a little bit of a preview and unboxing and first look at the new MASTERLIQUID PRO 240 from Cooler Master, featuring their new flow-op technology. Now, this is the box that it comes in. It actually is a rather large box, but it isn't overwhelming. It's kind of nicely packaged here, but what's important is what's on the inside. So let's go ahead and start opening this. Now, this is their latest all-in-one cooler. So when we first open the box, we see that it's all packaged with cardboard instead of a bunch of styrofoam, which is kind of a mixed bag, whether one way or the other, how you feel about that. But we're going to pull this box out first, which is the accessory box, which is kind of loosely packed in there, but we're going to open that and see how it comes packaged. We've got the manual for it, which is in a nice little fold design, so set that to the side for now. And this is, oh look, it comes with rubber gaskets for the fans, which I'm personally a fan of whenever companies do this, because it just helps direct the airflow a little bit better. And when we take a look at the fans, we'll see that they're a little bit unconventional in the sense that they're not perfectly squared, and this will help with that airflow. Now, this is the Intel and AMD retention bracket, and as well as the bracket for the pump itself. So it doesn't come pre-installed one way or the other, whether it's Intel or AMD. You actually have to apply those yourself. Now, it looks like what happened in shipping was, and I have to thank my local UPS for this, it looks like it came loose in shipping. So, so you can see here the various standoffs, as well as these are the fan screws, which some people may like it or not like it, but I like the fact that they use a thumb screw style screw for the fan itself, so that if you needed to replace the fans, you could just reach in there and unscrew them by hand rather than having to take the entire unit out, which I like that because I clean under the fans quite often, so that's very useful for me, as well as the standoffs for the various applications you're going to be using. Now, this is the thermal paste that it comes with. It is the MASTERGEL Pro. It's a small tube. I mean, I've got small hands and it's no longer than my finger, but it should be more than enough for the application. But it's nice to see that they didn't include the old style thermal paste like we used to see, which was just kind of gunky and people tended to throw that away. So we're probably actually going to end up using this on it to see how well it does. Here is I dropped a screw off in there, so I'll try and dig that out in a second. So this is the pump top itself. All right. Get that out of the way, and we'll set that back there out of the way. And this is the pump itself. So it has this clear cover over it, which you may find pointless or not, but it is actually quite large. The pump is not small at all, which you can see the inlet, and then it goes down into the cold plate here, which is protruded slightly, so it doesn't fit completely flush. Which the thing about this is they found with the original revision of this cooler was that it came in contact with some capacitors on various, say, Z87, Z97, Z77 motherboards, so they redesigned this to lift it up a little bit so that it didn't sit quite so flush, which, let's see how the finish is. So in the past, the finishes have always been a bit on the rough side. This, however, is quite smooth. It's not a mirror finish, but it is machined rather smooth. But we're going to leave this on it until we get ready to use it. Alright, let's take a look under here, which I know there's some people with concerns about FEP tubing, but it's very smooth, nice there, so it's very flexible, so it's not rigid at all. So let's see how things look under here. Alright, so we have the fan. So this is their new style fan that they're shipping with these coolers. They have rubber standoffs here, so it can actually, this whole piece here is rubber to help eliminate some of the vibrations from it. They're screwed, or they're bolted to the frame. Frame feels very rigid, so it doesn't have a whole lot of flex to it. And it's got these, this is the MasterFan Pro 120 AB, which actually has speed adjustments on the hub, so you can limit how fast the fans go, which is really neat, and with those thumb screws makes it easier to take it out to make those adjustments. So let's set that out to the side, get the other one out, and then we'll get the radiator out here and take a look at it. Now I have to admit, it is a bit surprising how nice this is, because it's squared off on the edges instead of rounded. There's no branding on this side. Let's see, what about the other side? The other side, however, does have the Cooler Master Liquid Pro, the MASTERLIQUID PRO 240 branding on it. You can see that the end tanks are equal sides on both sides of it. And if you look really close, let's see if we can get in here a little bit closer and get that focused in. You can see the fins are not the typical like V pattern. They're actually straight up and down and woven through. So it's actually a fairly tight pattern. So hopefully it'll cool fairly well. So that has been the MASTERLIQUID PRO 240 from Cooler Master. Thank you guys for your time, and stay tuned as we will have the full review ready soon enough. All right, we'll see you in the next one.